Not the best Wednesday, and the rain is out and about. You see it moving right through Charlotte at this hour. It'll continue on and off throughout the day. Cool day. Grab the coat. Grab a raincoat. You need it. As we talk about our hot topic on this Wednesday. City of Charlotte has stopped paying the legal fees for an officer charged with shooting an unarmed man some 12 times. Randall Kerrick, that officer, has been indicted by a grand jury for shooting and killing Jonathan Farrell last year. City Manager Ron Carley said it has to do with a 1977 City Council policy saying, quote, the city will not defend a lawsuit against an employee who willfully acted in a manner as to constitute a criminal act. So let's discuss this news here more in depth on the latest development. We bring in Charlotte attorney Matt Fleischman. Thank you for coming in today, Matt.
Always a pleasure.
Let's discuss this. It's an awkward position for the city, certainly, to be defending this officer in a civil case, also charging him with voluntary manslaughter, and now they've kind of removed themselves from it.
Well, the general idea is that the city takes the position that it is repugnant to use public money to defend a city employee in a civil action when they're also charging him with a criminal crime. So the city takes the position we're not going to take public funds to defend this person in a civil case. Now, that doesn't mean that's the end of the story, because the lawsuit that was filed was also filed against the city as well.
So it's not just the officer, it's the city as well. And you had some interesting theories why they would do this in addition to that. What's some reasoning, you know, in addition to just the fact that it's an awkward situation with the charge and all that? What are some theories that you have as far as what's going on here?
So there's two extreme ways you can look at it. On the one hand, you could have the city sort of setting up a defense, which is saying that we are not going to be responsible for the criminal acts of an individual, city employee or not. The best way I describe this to people is if you go into a McDonald's and you slip and fall because the employee had just mopped without putting up a sign, McDonald's is responsible for that. If you go into McDonald's and you order your Big Mac and the guy punches you in the face, McDonald's says, hey, we're not responsible for this lunatic for punching you. That could be one argument from the city. The other alternative is that the city is basically saying, we are not going to keep throwing good money after bad. This is one that we need to settle, so let's stop wasting money.
Right, and you think it will be settled. That's what we were discussing. You think this will be settled? What's the timeline on this and the criminal, how both these cases kind of, you know, pair together?
Sure. So we've talked before about how the criminal case has very little to no effect on the civil case and vice versa. So in this situation, the federal judge who's handling both, excuse me, handling the civil case has taken it off the active docket, basically holding it, waiting for the criminal case to finish up. What is a very good possibility is that after the criminal case is finished, there will be a mediation, a settlement that takes place between the city and the plaintiff.
Matt Fleischman, always great insight. Appreciate the time this morning. Thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Sorry it was raining on the way.
Yes, it was.
It was wet. His jacket was wet. I mean, it's one of those days you can blame Nick, because Nick deserves most of that. All right, you do. All right, still ahead here on Good Day Carolina is why your Panthers tailgating parties are about to go